Hello everyone. Now in this section, in this lecture, we are going to discuss the concept of financial leverage. Now remember, financial leverage represents it basically measures the relationship between EBIT, that is operating profit, and EBT. Right? EBIT stands for earnings before interest and taxes, and EBT stands for earnings before taxes. So EBIT is popularly called as operating profits, and EBT is popularly termed as taxable profits. So financial leverage basically measures the relationship between operating profits and taxable profits, right? And technically, financial leverage measures the effect of change in EPS with respect to the change in operating profits. EPS stands for earnings per share, right? To what degree the EPS can be changed, to what degree the EPS can be increased or decreased by increasing or decreasing the value of operating profits. So if operating profits are changed, what will be their effect on the value of EPS? What will be their effect on the earnings per share? This is what is expressed in the financial leverage. Right, so the formula to calculate the value of financial leverage is EBIT upon EBT, right? Earnings before interest and taxes upon earnings before taxes. That's the formula to calculate the financial leverage. And whenever there are two levels of sales, whenever there are two levels, we have to calculate the degree of financial leverage. And degree of financial leverage is basically calculated by this formula, which is percentage change in EPS upon percentage change in EBIT. And I repeat, EPS stands for earnings per share, right? That is the earnings available to the equity shareholders divided by the number of equity shareholders, right? Number of equity shares. So percentage change in EPS upon percentage change in EBIT will help you in finding out the degree of financial leverage. So remember, degree of financial leverage basically measures the change in EPS with respect to the change in operating profits, right? Now financial leverage is also popularly called as trading on equity. It is basically the second stage leverage, and you must remember that the rate of interest on debentures is fixed and has to be paid irrespective of the amount of earnings. So you have to pay the interest whatever your earnings are, and the rate of dividends on preference shares is also fixed. However, the rate of dividends on equity shares is not fixed, and the residual earnings, after subtracting the value of interest, then tax and preference dividend, the residual earning is divided among the equity shareholders. So when the rate of company's earnings is higher than the rate of interest and preference dividend, there is an increase in the value of earnings per equity share. Now this impact of fixed cost securities on the EPS is the result of financial leverage. Thus, financial leverage is defined as the financial tool which measures the change in EPS with respect to the change in EBIT. Right? So that's the concept of financial leverage. We are going to discuss in detail the mechanism to calculate the value of financial leverage and the degree of financial leverage in our coming lectures.